the people who have so many cracks of the apple, but even if they do have the access and the status, they just cannot deal with men. Is that what we're dealing with here with J-Lo here, guys? Hey, I want to go to the New York Post here because I thought it was something very interesting and goddamn damning regarding J-Lo here. So let me go ahead and pull it up here, right? Jennifer Lopez wanted Ben Affleck divorce filing to sting on second wedding anniversary report. Wait a minute, guys. Hold on 1 second here. Hold up, wait a minute. Because we're looking at the date of the filing of the divorce, and they were together just literally 2 years. Are we actually looking at the status and the update that J-Lo, after all these months, we knew they was going to break up? It's August right now. We're doing this live stream on August 21st. We knew back in July. We knew back in June. We knew back in May. Hell, some of us knew last year. Matter of fact, when they were married less than a year, and remember Ben Affleck she was walking to the car and Ben slammed the door. We all knew that that this whole marriage was over. But are we looking at the aspect that J-Lo she filed for divorce, 70% of women filed for divorce, but did she do it first so they could sting on Ben? Hey, let's get into the article, guys. Let's scroll down here. Let's get a little bit here. It says Jennifer Lopez was intentional about when she filed for divorce from Ben Affleck on the second anniversary of their second wedding ceremony, which took place in Georgia, according to the Daily Mail. Jennifer said she was tired of being humiliated by Ben, and she waited until the 2-year anniversary because she wanted the sting, an insider alleged to the publication on Wednesday. Wait a minute, guys. Try it. Ninja Watchers. Wait. Hold on 1 second, guys. For everybody in the chat there right now, he likes them in the building, but can y'all tell me when Ben has been doing the most to make J-Lo look bad? When did Ben Affleck humiliate her? If it is, drop the link in the chat and I'll look at it. Only thing I've seen is Ben Affleck looking pissed off every time they're together and look like an argument's about to ensue. And he just looked like he just getting beat down, looking miserable as hell. I'm trying to figure this out here. When did he humiliate her? But let's get into it here, because if y'all got the info, let me know, because I ain't seen it. Says it, but it did not sting him, the insider claimed about Affleck 52. Says it's been done. Whoops, let me go ahead. I hate when articles like this here. It says, let me scroll back down here. It says it's been done for a long time, and deep down she knows that the source went on. He said he let her have this so that she wouldn't look like the villain. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight here. She's mad at Ben Affleck for saying that he's been humiliating her, right? But then they're saying that Ben let her have this so that he would look like the bad guy. So what is it? What is it, guys? What is it? Wait a minute. He's been humiliating her, but we got other sources saying, hey, look, he wants to be done with this. I will take all the heat so that I look like the villain and not her. So which one is it, guys? Which one is it? You know what I mean? So let's get more further down to the article. Hey, even though, look at this dresser before we get back to the article. Hey, look at J-Lo in that white dress. That just lets you know, guys, it don't matter how fine the woman is. It don't matter how flawless her skin is, how perfect symmetry, how she is. Even at a later age in life, she keeps her body in shape better than some 20-year-olds. But you want to know something, guys? If a woman can't deal with a man or can't even listen to him, or she's in her own way, it don't matter how fine she is, man. She is just for the streets. Let's scroll down here, man. Let's get a little bit more into it. It says, Lopez filed for divorce on Tuesday, revealing that the official day she separated from Affleck was on April 26th. April, guys, 4 months ago. Sources told TMZ that the execs didn't sign a prenup before they tied the knot in 2022. Their short-lived marriage was made official in Las Vegas in July 2022 after a 3-month engagement later that summer. They staged a more elaborate ceremony with their family and friends in Georgia. It says, but the stars found themselves at the center of divorce rumors starting in May after Lopez attended the 2024 Met Gala by herself. Yeah, she was dolo, y'all. Over the next few months, Lopez and Affleck were apart for the 4th of July weekend, Lopez Bridgerton-themed 55 birthday party, and the second anniversary of their Las Vegas wedding. The A-listers also listed their $60 million Beverly Hills marital home for sale. Affleck bought a $20.5 million Los Angeles mansion for himself, though he's been living at a rental home in the Brentwood neighborhood of LA. Damn, that's a lot going on here, guys. Says after, let me scroll this back up here more. Says after the divorce filing, it was reported that Affleck didn't show any signs that he wanted his marriage with Lopez to last, and the singer was done waiting for him. He hasn't shown any commitment and interest in making their marriage work, a source told People. It's gotten to the point that she just needs to look out for herself. The insider explained that Lopez, who is now in her fourth divorce, guys, fourth. They tried really hard to make things work and is heartbroken about the breakup. Last month, OK Magazine reported that Lopez and Affleck's breakdown as a couple was partly due to their polar opposite lifestyles. Jennifer has a big entourage that follows her around daily: glam squad, videographers, photographers, assistants, trainers. A source said, adding, Ben understands that being Jennifer Lopez is a 24/7 job. She is her brand. She lives and breathes it, while Ben can leave his work at the door if he chooses to. Oh, we're going to talk about that too, guys. It says they're not always on the same page as the insider. They both have so much going on between taking care of their families and their work commitments. It can be a lot for them. The exes both have children from their past marriages. She shares twins with Emma and Max, 16, with her ex-husband Mark Anthony, and she was previously married to Ojani Noah and Cuban waiter, dancer, actor Chris Judd, while Affleck has 3 kids: Violet, 18, Serafina, 15, and Samuel, 12, his ex-wife Jennifer Garner. They were married from 2005 to 2015. Okay, tribe. Okay, let me see what y'all saying in the chat here. Let me go back up here. I got a few comments here, right? I know he had no prenup, Pooh Man, but check us out. Even though there's no prenup, guys, there is no judge. Doesn't matter if they're in California or the most democratic state there is, that's going to be leaning towards women. J-Lo she's worth more than Ben Affleck, guys. I remember we had an argument about this about a year and a half ago, and people don't understand. J-Lo is worth more money than Ben Affleck. She's worth about $400 to $450. Yeah, she's knocking on that. She's about $500 million, guys. She's about $500 million, right? Ben Affleck's around about between like $150 to $250, depending on certain reports, right? He ain't no brokey himself. He's probably a little bit over $200 million, guys. So if you got one person knocking on $500 million, and then you got the other person talking about $250 million, you think any judge is gonna be like, Ben, you gotta pay? But matter of fact, J-Lo, you got more. J-Lo, you gotta pay. Nah, a judge gonna look at this with no prenup and says, hey, look, I need you get with your lawyer, you get with your lawyer, and do an asset breakdown. What do you guys own prior to marriage? Because no premarital assets. What did you guys get together during this 2-year marriage? And on top of that, too, it wasn't a full 2 years because they were basically broke up the last year alone. So what did y'all buy together outside of this $60 million house, within the first year of marriage, the first 8 months, right? So they're already selling the house. So that's going to be worked out amicably here. And that they didn't have any kids together. So we could best believe that ain't going to be no money situation. Ain't we going to hear about no money and prenups and dragging through. It's about, what we bought together in these first 8 months, including this house here, let's sell it. Let's go ahead, divide that, and get the hell out of Dodge. You know what I mean? What's going on, Snap? Says married twice and now divorced twice. Damn, when we going to learn, you can't make a woman happy. I hear that, man. The house he bought was too small. Oh, come on, man. You said too small? Stop playing, B14. Stop playing, man. What's going on, Peter? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah. Terrence says, a Boston Irish and a New York PR. What would Clay Davis say? That's what Clay Davis would say. That's what Clay Davis would say, man. Thomas says she's for the streets. 304. No prenup, Pool Man. No prenup. There's no prenup in this, guys. None. Says he saw what she really looks like without makeup, bland as hell. Peter said J-Lo is beautiful, but doesn't know how to be a wife in a relationship. She excludes the typical modern woman selfish. Yes, indeed. Hey guys, hold on. Let me go back to the big box. Big box. The situation we got here, guys. Ben Affleck didn't realize that if it didn't work about 20 years ago, And the reasons why it didn't work was going to be the same reasons why it's not going to work today. But then you got to add that she's richer and is a bigger star these days. And what am I talking about here? Now, there are certain scenarios where that men and women break up and they get back together again, right? It happened in my family, my aunt and my uncle. You know what I'm saying? They were married for decades. Then they got divorced, you know, and then after they got divorced, you know, they realized they shouldn't have got divorced, you know, a small breakup. Then they end up getting back together and getting remarried again. And then, you know, they were together until my uncle passed away, right? With, you know, my aunt's still alive, but, you know, my uncle had passed away years ago. And, you know, that's the different dynamic here when you see relationships break up, because, you know, that's my mom's older sister. That's not even the baby boomers. That's what you call the silent age generation. So it's a different mentality with that type of man and that kind of woman. But when it comes to J-Lo, is there any way as a man, J-Lo types, can any man make her happy at this stage in her life? I ask that question because think about it here. Think about it. She's worth close to $500 million, right? I don't know if she still owns this now. Her and Mark Anthony at one time were minority owners of the Miami Dolphins, right? She's been one of the biggest stars in our lifetime in the last, 20 plus years, you know, from the beginnings of being a dancer and in Living Color, and then being, you know, just not even the main A or the main character in movies, to being the leading role and all that stuff like that. And even though she can't sing, you know, she's selling millions of records, things of that nature. So we're looking at the fact that when Ben Affleck had her the first time, she was a star, but the up and coming star, right? But now 20 years later, you got all this money, all this fame, so many yes people in your corner. You got your own team. So everybody's telling you how great you are, how beautiful you are, even though you are beautiful. Everybody's drinking your bath water. You the best thing. All this here, you're so beautiful. Even all your fans say, even though you're in your 50s, 20-year-olds can't hold a torch to you. And you know when you look at the mirror, you see these young girls coming up in the game. It's like, these young little bitches can't do nothing with me, right? Now, you come with all that, all these years, all these different men in marriages, and these are the men that she's married. How many times has she been bust down by dudes in the game, right? Can you really make a woman happy who has everything where she can buy herself anything? And her being in Hollywood for as long as she's probably had her fair share of dicks. Hey, I'm just keeping a buck here. There's been enough men that's probably dicked her down, and then some guys who didn't have the good D. She's 52 or 54 years old, whatever the case may be. She's had bad D and good D. She's rich. She had access to every single man. So if you're Ben Affleck, or if anyone you guys out there, no matter how good, shout out to the ladies, man. Hold on. Whoops, that ain't working here. Hold on. There we go. Yo, Magic Wang. The Magic Wang, can you make her happy? And I say, no, guys, you can't. Someone who's been through that many marriages, got that much money, that much access, been around the world many, many, many times and back, have seen every single man's been around the richest men in the world, the most powerful men in the world. She's even been married to some of these men. Hell, she's dated them, been dicked down by them. And now, after a 20-year gap of breaking up, because who was she with before this happened? She just constantly bounces from relationship to relationship here. She was just divorced from her last situation here. So we say to ourselves here, was Ben Affleck stupid? Should he have known what was going to happen? Did he have any idea that this was going to end so bad in 2 years? Well, here's the thing here, guys. We all saw it happening. Ben Affleck saw what, guys? He wants that old thing back. You know, guys, it's happened to all of us here. It's happened to every single one of us here. You may be looking at some old pictures in your phone. You might be going through some memories on Facebook, go through your IG, and you see that old ass. You see that original booty. That one girl that did the things that did them things. And then you start reminiscing about them nights, about them rainy nights, about those oh so hot nights. You start thinking about, that thing that she do with her mouth. You know that thing she do with her mouth. Ladies, you know that thing what he do too, right? You know ladies out there. You know what that man did, guys. You remember that girl. You know what she was doing. She gave whatever she was doing and she looked at you how she was doing it. Hey, come on, man. You start thinking about that, you get a little lonely, you get a little hot and bothered, and you start thinking to yourself, man, what's going on with Jenny? How's Jenny doing? I wonder, does she got a man still? Is she talking to anybody? Does she think about me? Does she have these same thoughts and reminiscences about when I used to tag that ass the way I'm thinking about it right? Does she think, ooh, I miss Dave, would he tag that ass again? See, y'all getting your feelings. You start thinking about, hey, maybe we can bring it back. Maybe we were young and we didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? We weren't ready for the moment. But now that I'm older and she's older, you know what though? Let's give love a try again. Let's give love try again. But you know what, guys? There is a reason why she is an ex. Sometimes you can say, yo, we were too young. Even if you were too young, hey, young people know how to work it out. Hey, just because you're young don't mean that you can't see the future with somebody. There's a reason why people are an ex, and the reason why they got to stay in your rear view mirror, guys. There is no situation the way Ben Affleck moves and the way that J-Lo moves in their current situations. This was not going to work out. And it's same for you fellas out there, guys, that you know that you were dealing with a woman from back in the day, and you know how she was different back then, and you were different, and now that you know that you different, and you know she's different because the years going on, it don't matter. It don't matter because the women today are different from yesteryear. And of course, you are different than the man from the man yesteryear. And the way that things are today, if she's an ex, she needs to stay an ex. Because if things could have been worked out back then before, y'all should have worked it out because you were young, you were spry, and then if she had the right tangibles, things probably could have worked out. You never want to go back to that. You never want to go back to it. What y'all saying in the chat here? Let me scroll down. Let me go back up here. What are y'all saying? T. Orlando says, I question Ben, why would he wife a woman who's been ran through when he could have a 24-year-old without the baggage? The thing about T. Orlando, some guys, let me put it out here, T. Orlando. I'm about to word it differently here. Let me say this differently. Majority of men do